Boo doo 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 doo. I always thought I wasn't musical growing up. Thought I had no talents in art. Couldn't paint, couldn't draw, couldn't sing. Honestly, couldn't dance. And it's honestly probably still true to this day. But now I found my love for music. I put my fear aside, my shame of sucking aside, my embarrassment, and I just hum or sing or do whatever the heck I want. I don't know what my point is, but I was just humming and singing. Where am I going to sit? A lot of chairs around this table. And we'll back up to Cold Stone Creamery. They deserve some publicity this morning. Oh, hold on. Hang with me. Hang with me. I'm still here. I know you guys are worried. I know it would be hell for you if I wasn't here. It'd just be hell. That's kind of nice. Kind of nice lighting. Kind of get a little bit of the downtown view behind. What did it say? Hello, Dirty Turtle. Hello, RJ. Hello, Mike. Hello, all things are likely. Including I'll be annoyed at how many chairs are surrounding me. That's pretty likely. What's my Cold Stone order? I don't go to Cold Stone. I don't go to Cold Stone. See, now I just ruined it. I was expecting a huge... Where's your sister? Good morning.
Huh?
Where's your sister?
She's at her class reunion.
Okay, so she's okay.
Yes.
All right, well, good.
Yeah.
Enjoy your walk. I'm very proud of you doing it by yourself. Way to go. Let's see. I'd like to join the live. Turn off invites for this live. I don't even know what all this is. People are inviting cheesecake ice cream and Butterfinger for me. Well, you're very specific, RJ. Also known, apparently, as Chippy. Oh. Let me see. What do I do now? Just kind of woke up. Just kind of drove to Starbucks. Just kind of staggered down the street. Found a spot. Push live. Actually, I pushed live while I was staggering down the street. I thought it would make for great footage. Thank you for sending me a finger heart, RJ. That means the world to me. Might even mean a couple pennies. I don't know how these things work. I really hope their TikTok's not working a huge scam where like you can buy roses to give to content creators for like $1. And you give them to content creators and we say thank you. And we get like a penny for it. I guess TikTok's a business, like a lot of businesses, and they got to watch out. Hello there,
morning,
sir.
how you doing?
Very well. How are you?
Yours?
No, no, it's not mine. I appreciate that. That was bothering the crap out of me.
I bet.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
There was a can of, I think it was some booze-ish thing. Some sort of booze-ish thing sitting on the chair there. And it was laughing at me as I was talking to my phone. I was laughing. It was laughing at me. But anyway, good morning to you. Hello, two-girl mom. $250 for creator. Whoa, hey. If someone gave me a universe, it's worth $250 for the creator. Good morning from Montana, Theodore, spelled an unusual way with an A in it. Have you seen the TikTokers that do AI? Yes, I have, Vanessa. I think that's all that they do almost. And it's so funny. It's so funny because they preach these like motivational or wisdom or stuff or 7 things you should do in your life or something. And they use the guy's voice. But then, and I always go, wow, this is pretty cool. But then they come across a certain word and the AI doesn't know how to pronounce a certain word. And I can't think of it, the exact example, but if you watch them, you know what I mean. And they'll come across a word like, I don't even know. studio, for instance, and they might say studio or something. And and you go, oh, there's not a real person behind this. It's just fake. Oh, RJ shared the live. I used to work on early versions of AI about 15 years ago. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Hello from Connecticut. And we had somebody from Montana. Person from Montana, Theodore. Am I saying it right? Theodore, because there's an A in it. I'm not mocking. I'm just having fun. So I hope that's okay. There's a very fine line. I get it. But Theodore does spell his name unusually. And there's an A in the middle of it. It would be remiss of me not to mention it. Mispronouncing things the way AI does. Yes, those kids, those darn kids. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy. And this is Coffee with Ken. It's a little show I've been doing for quite some time. Good morning, Heather Odell. Good morning, Phil Mako. Or F.I. Mako. People give them a gift and they act silly. That acts silly. I don't know. Yeah, this is a show I've been doing for a long time. And it is a show that means something to me. And I was thinking about what it means to me a minute ago. It's a show I started just over 4 years ago when I was in a really dark place in life. And sad for a bunch of reasons. And literally living in a dark apartment. And missing the woman of my dreams, and just going through stuff. And I found that I knew that talking about my things or my life or my issues or my pain or my hurt or my sadness or my depression, thank you, D, made me feel a little bit better. And for some reason, I started doing it live on Saturday mornings on Facebook, and people started watching. Lo and behold. And life's changed a lot for me since that time. And I'm still on a little crazy adventure. And I don't want to say too much more. And but I will. But anyway, it's been important to me. And I was talking to a friend this morning as I was driving to Starbucks, who's rebranding his TikTok page. And my question to him was, well, what is the purpose of it? What are you looking to accomplish? Why are you posting TikToks? Do you want to make money? Do you want to be famous? Do you want to get well known for this specific niche? And he said yes. And I thought that was cool. He had a very firm answer, and he was knew what he wanted to do. But it got me thinking about what I'm doing and why I do this and what my goal is. And I think for me, it's a little bit like therapy. But I also hope it helps other people that are watching for whatever reason, whether it's entertainment or just companionship or feeling good about their mental health struggles, because I think we all have them. And I'm a guy with a bright smile and a lot going for them, and beautiful, beautiful kids, and a lot of niceties in life. But I still struggle from time to time. And sometimes more often than time to time. And I hope that by me sharing, you're okay with, whatever you have going on within. So anyway, for those that have been watching a while, and there's an elephant in the room today, it's the Venti coffee. Oh, and it has cream in it. Thank you, RJ. It's not just a show about me talking. It's a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. And it's fairly late for me. I usually start this show about an hour earlier because I'm usually working at Target that day. RJ interrupts my intro all the time, but I love RJ. I appreciate him, and he keeps the conversation going. My favorite Halloween movie would probably, right now I'm just going to say Halloween. I am in Naperville, Illinois. And I'll give you a quick tour of where I'm at, as I like to do. I'm in downtown Naperville. It's a town of about 145,000 people that often gets best place to raise a family awards. And I'm going to walk into the street, and there's a truck dropping off some bread behind me. And I'm in the middle of Jefferson Avenue in Naperville, Illinois right now. And it's a beautiful town. And it's a beautiful morning. And it's cool. And I got a sweatshirt on. And I got my jeans on. And oh, yeah, I've got socks on my sandals. I do. I really do. You know why? Because they add just a little bit of warmth wearing those socks. Some people don't think wearing socks with sandals is very cool. I think everyone should be themselves. And to hell with what other people think about socks and sandals. I'm in Bolingbrook. I could come by for a guest appearance. Hey, everybody, I'll have to market it and tell the world and announce that Chooch from Bolingbrook is going to be my special guest star. There's been a lot of talk about me doing interviews, a lot of consideration. Yeah, no, it's not. I don't believe you. Somebody just said it's about getting the socks dirty for me. I don't think so. I think it's 100% fashion for that person. Do I belong to a biker gang? No, I don't. I do own a scooter, a motorized vehicle, a 400cc Suzuki that's black and strikes fear in Harley drivers and Hell's Angels. I'm not a cop either, but it's interesting you say that. It's interesting you say that. I don't think I'd ever have wanted to be a cop. I never aspired to be a cop. But I think I could have been a heck of a fireman. But Coach Prime, I don't know what that means. He turned right cold here in Alberta during the furnace on this morning. I can see you being a great EMT. No, RJ, no, I appreciate it. I used to deliver beer up and down that street. Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised. And street over on Chicago, there's a ton of bars there. So I'm sure you delivered it to the Lantern. EK, I go live very often. Somebody asked if I went live very often. I haven't even gotten to my coffee, and it's RJ's fault. But I will. I go live almost every morning, and I'll pop on sporadically after that. I used to go live at a specific time. And at 8 o'clock, but then life got in the way. I was running free. I was clear of all responsibilities. This is me running down the street, free, frolicking, like in the waves. And however, responsibility came and clawed me back. And I took a job in corporate America at Super Target. And the evil people at Super Target scheduled me at 7 o'clock in the morning with absolutely no consideration for my live show that I do. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know it is a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me, and I'm so excited to take my first sip. My only hope, really the only hope I have at all is that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Chooch is still talking about bars in the area. So I'm going to bring up the Lantern, which was right across from Jimmy's, which is now called Bev's, which I think I've only been to Bev's once, and I don't want to get too specific because I realize there's a lot of people that aren't watching from Naperville, Illinois. But if we're going to talk local bars, I used to have a PhD in local bars, my doctorate. I don't know if I had them in all local bars, but I sure knew the Lantern really well. I had a very specific niche. I knew what stool I wanted at the Lantern. I liked it at the corner, right at the end of the bar, so I could kind of look down. My wife sat next to me. Ordered drinks, just kept ordering them. Sometimes we'd sit at tables if we brought our children. I was reflecting on it. I won't sell it. It's a bad story. I could get in trouble. It's a bad story. Once my stepson got in trouble in school, and I went and picked him up, and I took him for lunch at the Lantern. I probably spent too much time at the Lantern that day, and should have gotten my stepson home. I mean, he got home safely. We could walk home. It was all okay, but it's just funny. The amount of time that I spent in that bar. I took my nephew there a week or so, or earlier this week. We were walking around. He has recently moved to the area, and he and my son Augie and I were just kind of walking around downtown, and I was showing him the sights, and I asked him if he'd ever been to the Lantern. He hadn't, and we went in. We grabbed some popcorn. I don't drink alcohol anymore, so that's all I did was eat some popcorn. I was encouraging him to get a beer. He said no, he didn't need one or want one or whatever. So we sat there and talked. And my son Augie, who's a beautiful little nugget of love, is 2.5. And since the day he was born, he's been fascinated with things up on the ceiling and lights. I remember at the hospital he seemed fixated. I don't even know if that's possible. I don't know if newborns can be fixated, but I'm pretty sure I remember him at the hospital staring at lights up on the ceiling. And let me tell you, the Lantern has a lot of cool things to look at on the ceiling, like, I don't know, Christmas lights, weird signs, probably animal heads, stuff like that. And he was fascinated. However, the good employees at the Lantern kept coming up to see if we were okay, if we needed any help, if we needed anything to drink. And we did not. But alas, let's have a little more coffee. Vita says she can't drink hot coffee with the lid on. I wonder why that would be. Hello from Cork, Ireland. How are you? Every time somebody hops on from Ireland or Britain or Europe, I get not remiss, I get a little wispy thinking about my mom and thinking about Scotland and thinking about the sights and the smells. My mother grew up in a town outside of Edinburgh, Scotland, and somebody posted a video about their visit there, and it was just so beautiful. It was just a series of short little videos tied together, just showing some of the amazing beauty that can be found, in Britain. If I can't get a coffee, what would be your go-to drink? Water? Water? Why couldn't I get a coffee? What hellish world are you talking about, Chooch? You studied in St. Andrews. How cool is that? Yeah. No, it's amazing, Evie. Evie, hey, my daughter's name is Evie. You might be Evie. Are you short? Are you long for Eve? I have a beautiful daughter. She's 10 months old. Her name is Eve, and Eve Josephine Tracy, and she's a beautiful little girl, and she's just getting a tooth or two in on her little gum, on her little front gum, and she's got the prettiest blue eyes. And she's got the softest little head with a little bit of fuzz, a little bit of blonde hair coming in, and she's going to be gorgeous. Maybe I'm biased, but I think she's going to be gorgeous. How many kids do I have? How many kids do I have? I say, I don't know. I think I have 4 at last count. No, I have 4. On your beautiful journey, I'm an Evie, like the first time you said. Okay, well, cool. Evie from St. Andrews. I like that. I have 4 beautiful children. God blessed me with 2 young ladies. I almost want to call them women, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to call my beautiful older daughters women. Young ladies from my first marriage, named Erin and Morgie. And they are experiencing all the coolness of high school and doing fun things. And my daughter Morgie cheered at her very first football game. And last night, just had some because the young bucks at work drink Monster or Red Bull like crazy. And I have 2 little ones. God came back and blessed me with 2 more little ones. How often do I get to see them all? I'll tell you what, I see my young ones a lot. I see the little ones a lot, fortunately. I'm twice divorced, which is horrible. And my my recent ex-wife and I are trying to do our best to
it's really hard because they're very little and they're very beautiful and they need their dada and they need their mama and they need all the love they can get right now. And we're trying our best to have me around the kids as much as possible. And so I've been seeing them a lot lately, which is good. And it's filled my soul because I think divorce is hard. And a lot of times in divorce, you're angry at the other person. Probably are always a little angry at the other person. I think the system's that way. And I just think when relationships break up, usually breaks up in a ball of fire. And I wish relationships, they don't for me. I'm too emotionally spastic. But I wish I could end with a handshake and hey, see you later. It was nice knowing you. But I don't know. For me, there's always a little more passion and fire and brimstone involved. And I wish they could not end that way. But like I said, we're working together to have me around my babies as much as possible and love on them as much as possible. And I've been fortunate to spend last couple weeks a lot with my two little ones. My two older ones are hard to see because they're busy. They're young ladies. They have activities. They're 14 and 17. They love me. I FaceTime or text them every day, just about. Last couple of mornings, I've FaceTime my daughter Morgie, and she's curling her hair or doing her hair or getting ready. She was doing one of these, and this might embarrass her. I go, Morgan, I'm getting a little too much armpit. And she goes, oh, and then kind of really gave it in close. But yeah, probably didn't need to share that. Some of her friends watch. I'm huge in Oswego. I am huge in Oswego where my girls live. Actually, I kind of am. TikTok's interesting that way. You get spread and connected to people. And yeah, I don't know. You're in the FYP, lots of viewers. Do I have lots of viewers? Good morning, I love life. Are any of my exes remarried? Yes, Pat. My first ex-wife got remarried, I don't know, 7 years ago or so. She married a nice guy who seems to be a really good stepdad to my girls, so I appreciate him for that. And they seem happily married and are doing well. And yeah, I'm happy for them, and I hope they do well. And they've been married a long time, and they seem like they're getting along great. And I would expect that to continue. I think they're a good couple. What is my senior's plan after high school? She's going to go to college. She's been to a bunch of colleges, been on college tours. I know the college she said she liked the most. I won't say it here. I may have said it in the past, but I don't feel like making any announcement for her. Maybe when she picks a college, I will say it. But I would be proud of the school she is most interested in. I think it'd be a really neat choice for her, something a little different. Her mother went to Michigan State. I went to University of Illinois. And I think a lot of parents would want their kids to follow in their footsteps. But I'd kind of like her to blaze her own trail a little bit. My alma mater, U of I, has changed a lot since I went there. It's still a great school, still probably an awesome campus, still probably a ton of fun. So I'm sure she'd enjoy it. But it's a really big school. And I think there's probably a place for really big schools and moderately big schools. And I would want her to go, and it doesn't matter what I want, really. It matters what she wants. I am about 2 blocks away from North Central College, which is a Division III school. I think you could have a great experience here. If you were a kid from somewhere else in the country and you wanted a smaller school experience, I think North Central would be incredible. Beautiful campus, beautiful downtown Naperville it's attached to, beautiful sports facilities, great sports programs with an awesome full football team that often vies for the national championship. Great cross-country and track programs. And again, I think you could have an awesome experience at any size school. but I'm proud of her for looking at a school that's not U of I or not Michigan State. Honestly, if she went to Michigan State where her mom went, I'd be a little upset. I'd get over it. I'd get over it. Is she running this fall? Yes, she is. She has her first meet on Monday. Very excited. She's running varsity. She's a senior. Her first 3 years, she ran on the JV team. And this year, she's been training really hard and working really hard and very consistent. And I believe she's going to have a great senior year. And I'm excited about cheering my heart out for her. I got trucks coming and going. Let's have a little more coffee as the truck drives by. Do I think a college degree is as necessary as it used to be versus the trades? No, but I do think there's some value in college that is underrated. And the value might not be coming from the diploma. And I saw Sylvester Stallone talking about this on a TikTok, ironically. And I wouldn't know that Sylvester Stallone would have any thought or any valuable insight into it. But it was, I'm not going to do it justice, but he basically said a college degree shows that you have the ability to start something and to finish something in a set period of time. And that's true. I think a lot of life and in society, we kind of drift around and are scared to start something and are even more scared to finish something. And I went to University of Illinois, which was a highly competitive school. I competed against some of the smartest kids in the state, and I did fairly well, and I graduated on time, and I made a lot of friends, and I had a ton of experiences, and it's such an important chapter in my life that I think my life would be missing something without it. So do I believe a diploma is the end all? No. No. I mean, I have a diploma from this fine school, and I'm working at Super Target. And even before that, my careers that I did have weren't really connected to the diploma. I think anybody can do anything they want with their life, whether it's they have a diploma or not. But they got to really want it. Hello, Jack. Yeah. I talked about it. Somebody asked me what my favorite time in life was, and I said today, because I feel good with who I am and what I'm doing and the direction I'm going. But as I thought about it, another favorite time would have been when I was 18 and I was first going to college and I was living on my own and all the interesting, crazy, different experiences that come with living on your own and getting out of the nest. And I think that's an important experience that if one didn't go to college, they'd miss out on. And you do a lot of growing at school and experiencing things at school and probably over partying and under sleeping and some bad things as well. But I think you learn a lot from those things at that time. And yeah. What are your preferred burger toppings? Mushrooms, blue cheese, and egg. An egg is bacon, onions. An egg is an amazing thing on a hamburger. And I'm very close to Jackson Avenue Pub. They got the best burgers in town. Haven't had one in 6 months. At least. I should go. Should count up my change. See if I can put together $20 in loose change. Come in with a bag and dump it on the bar and say, I'd like a Diablo burger, please. Medium rare. With a side salad with blue cheese dressing. Oh yeah, running yolk. Favorite Cold Stone toppings. Cut it out. I don't go to Cold Stone. I've only been a couple times. I go to Kilwins. I haven't been lately. My favorite ice cream right now would be a New York cherry. For some reason, I've really been into that the last few years. And we used to go in the winter occasionally. And sometimes I'd even, I think, walk back to our house. I used to live with my ex-wife about a mile from here. And we could walk to downtown, which was neat. We lived in a little tiny home, a little tiny ranch across from Burlington Woods in downtown Naperville. And it was probably the most beautiful neighborhood in all of Naperville, with huge trees. It's changing, and they're tearing down a lot of the cute little tiny homes and building up these mega mansions. So it's changing its character a little bit. But the trees are mostly still there, and the woods are still there, and the location is still there. And we used to be able to walk down and get ice cream and sometimes walk back even on a cold day. Lots of experiences. You shouldn't be filming in front of, if you're not endorsing. I know, Jack. I know I should not. And it's such a pretty side, but I thought the backdrop would be perfect. I don't know what to do. Now I feel guilty. I said that earlier. I said I'm going to lose all my sponsorship by saying I don't go. I've been once or twice. I don't know. Somebody out there asked me what my favorite blizzard was at DQ. It's not what I do. It's not who I am. I get a chocolate shake at Dairy Queen, although I did not get a chocolate shake at Dairy Queen a week ago when I told you guys I was going to get it. Chocolate shake. Is Flat Top Grill still around? I don't know. I don't think Flat Top Grill is, but the other one where that's being one of those chefs, chop, 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 flipping the meat over and serving it up and shoving it to you in a bowl, and you go off and eat it. My last experience there wasn't good. It was a few years ago. You should do a vid at the DQ soon. I should. It's Saturday. It's going to be 94 degrees tomorrow. Maybe I should go to this cute little Dairy Queen down the street, order myself a chocolate shake, and chug it down in front of you. That would be great for viewership, I'm sure. I've been trying to avoid sweets a little bit recently. I'd realized I'd peaked at a new high weight of 227 pounds. And I go, whoa, how could this be happening? How could this former marathoner, super sexy, svelte, muscular, Greek god type man that is me be 227 pounds? And I thought about it. And I go, well, I get huge bags of peanut M&Ms, and I'm not talking the normal individual size or even the Sharon size or even the family size. I'm talking the party size. They're like $15 at the store, but they're worth it. And I'd eat them in 3 sittings. Once I break into some peanut M&Ms, it's like a feeding frenzy. It's piranha going after some sort of animal in the Amazon River. Something that fell in, an unhappy something that fell in the river. That's me on the peanut M&Ms. What my favorite city truck? I don't have one. How tall am I? I'm 6'2". A Heath Blizzard at DQ is the best. Ooh, Heaths are good too. I told you I worked at Super Target in the lunchroom. Sometimes big boxes of candy will be broken open, so we can't sell them. And it gets brought into the lunchroom or the break room. And in a 2-day span, there were a massive amount of Heath bars there. And then like the next day, there was a massive amount of Almond Joy candy bars there the next day. And I probably had like 8 on each visit. And you have 8, and that's probably like 1,500 calories, which is like half a pound. It takes a lot of exercising to burn off that. So I realize if I just kind of don't eat sweets, I can be okay. But if I break the seal, if I crack the package, if I rip into that one delicious Oreo cookie, I get consumed. I get starving, and I want to finish the whole bag. Good morning, Ryan. Good morning, rear naked choke. Take a chug. Thank you. How can I be this happy in the morning? I don't know. And I really do. I mean, this is my first cup of coffee. I would say do a live show. Do a live show, I think, and I talked about it earlier. why I do this show. I think it puts me in a good mood, and it gets, if I'm just kind of frumping about my day, sitting in my chair at Starbucks, I think I was born to do this. That's why. I think I was born to do this. I think I'm good at it. I think I'm good at talking. I think I have a positive energy and a positive vibe that attracts people to me. And I think somewhere out there, you guys are watching because you're getting a little bit of that positive energy or that positive vibe through the phone. And it's just who I am. And I've always had a lot of energy and a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of passion. And sometimes that passion can go amok. Just ask my ex-wives. Sometimes that passion can turn. I think the emotions of love and hate are two sides of the same coin. And I can love like nobody's business, but I can get angry too. And I'm working on that, and I'm trying to let that go because I realize those negative feelings can consume you and eat you up, and they hurt. Do you ever just scream to let it out? You mean like right now? There's a woman running by. I'm tempted. Ah! That's not a real scream. That didn't let it out. Ah! No, that's not even a real scream. I got a lot more in the pipes. Do I ever just scream to let it out? I don't know. On top of the parking garage, do you ever just scream? Attention is hypnotizing, and now we know what women have been wanting all their life. Ice cream, you sound like a hawk. I did sound like a hawk. But, I'm on a quiet street. And if I let out a blood-curdling cry, I don't know. I might draw some attention to me. It'd be embarrassing. I wouldn't want to embarrass myself. I wouldn't want to make a fool of myself. Vanessa has kids that's asking about Frozen. I don't know why, but strangely, I was watching Frozen the other day. And I'm still shocked that redhead dude is the bad guy. They normally don't do that at all. At all. If I was a little kid, a little boy that was like liking these characters so much, or a little girl, which I can't picture myself being a little girl, but if I was a little boy or a little girl watching Frozen for the first time, and all of a sudden the redhead guy gets evil and tries to kill the one young lady, I would be hurt. Who really invented electricity, though? Well, I don't think anyone really invented electricity. I think electricity's always kind of been there. Lightning's been around before people. And lightning is electricity, and there's static electricity, and that's always happened. So people didn't really invent it. They learned how to package it and put it in pipes and tubes and wires and light things with it. They learned how to tame electricity. It's just kind of like people didn't invent fire, but they learned how to use it. Finn Rider vibes, then backstabbed us. He did throw off Finn Rider. Oh, and that hurts. I like to refer to Finn Rider as his real name. Ernest, I think it was. Ernest, I don't know, Smugmiser or something like that. There's more to the story than we know on electricity. Huh. Could be. It certainly wasn't Ben Franklin with a kite and a key. He said, oh, hey. Ben Franklin was a pretty smart dude, though. A lot of those guys were real go-getters. You'd have to be a go-getter to overthrow the biggest empire the world has ever known. They put a lot on the line. Those guys that signed the Declaration of Independence were going to be in trouble if things went well. Eugene Fitzherbert, thank you. Thank you. I knew you'd be there for me. Best place to watch the sunrise. This is going to sound wherever you're at. Wherever you're at. Because the sunrise can be beautiful on a beach, on a lake, in a forest, on your couch. And they are beautiful, and they are one of little God's blessings. And I think wherever you're at is the best place to watch a sunrise. I think you should celebrate the now, not go, oh, I wish I was at a lake watching the sunrise. You should just enjoy the beauty that is in front of you. And yeah. When I get up early and I'm driving to Starbucks, I'll be looking out my car window and I'll see the sun peering up through the clouds or off in the east, and I'll say, thank God for the sunrise. And again, I talk about gratitude a lot, and I'll tell you what, if anybody out there is hurting or struggling or feeling bad or depressed or sad or anxious or whatever, be thankful. Thank God for the cool air that you're feeling today, or the hot cup of coffee in your hand, or the audience that you have on TikTok, or your phone, or your warm blanket, or your beautiful children, or the love of somebody special in your life, because there's a lot of things to be grateful for. I'm looking at flowers all around, and I think so often we cannot notice the flowers, or notice the sunrise, or notice the blue sky, or notice the cool air, or notice the hot coffee, or take it all for granted. And I'll tell you what, life's better when you don't take it for granted. So, a little more coffee. Elmhurst or Naperville? I am in Naperville. I like Elmhurst. I grew up in Downers Grove. I ran cross country and track. We used to run against Elmhurst York High School all the time. They're a dominant program, but so is Downers North now. They weren't really when we were there, when I was there. But I like to think I was part of the building blocks that put a serious program together that is what they are today. And I like downtown Elmhurst. It's a little more urban feeling. It's got a train running right through it, so it can cause issues with traffic, as does Downers Grove. Naperville, it's kind of interesting. The train runs about a half mile from here and doesn't come through the center of downtown. And I think that's a good thing. I think having a train come right through the heart of your downtown, I don't know, kind of screws it up. Do I like chicken wings? Good morning, Cindy Strickland. Do I like chicken wings? Sure. A lot of times, though, I don't think the mess is worth the food. I don't know if I'm alone. I don't like having slime all over my face or all over my hands. And then I'll get one of those wet naps or wipes and wipe them off. And then my skin feels funny, and I'll rub it on my face, and then I'll feel kind of dry. And like I'm aging myself by putting all the chemicals on my face. Boneless, you can use a fork. Yeah. Boneless is for wimps. Chicken wings, boneless, there is no such thing as boneless chicken wings. They're not chicken wings. They're just lumps of chicken. I like my meat on a bone. I like ribs, even though I just said I don't like the mess. I like fried chicken. I like ribs on a bone. I like a bone in my steak. My inner carnivore is going wild right now. My inner carnival's going wild. It's for people who don't want the mess. Then get messy. Ooh, RJ's making a rack of ribs tomorrow. RJ, when are you ever going to meet me? You've promised me food. It's so funny. I worked at Outback Steakhouse about 10 years ago. And I like to take jobs. Post-divorce, I find myself having to work jobs that I wouldn't otherwise picture myself working at. I'm 2 for 2. That's why I'm never going to get married again, because I don't ever want to have to take a entry-level job again. It's my ex-wife's fault. But anyway, I was recently divorced, and as divorces are expensive, I need to work at a Outback Steakhouse. And my sister, who has 6 beautiful kids, and my dad came to visit us at Outback Steakhouse. And I have a nephew named Sammy. And Sammy, like, I went up and was taking the drink order for my family. Sammy started yelling, he wants chicken. I go, well, Sam, we're just taking the drink order right now. I'll get you your chicken. We're just taking the drink order right now. I haven't even brought you the bread. And let me tell you, the bread at Outback Steakhouse is really good. He goes, So I got the drinks. Then I took their food order. Then I came back to check on them. And my nephew Sammy yelled, you promised me chicken! That's my story about Sammy and my promise of chicken. So, yeah. Do I put peanut? Oh, you're asking RJ. Bone-in ribeye. Yeah, those are good. Those are good. So I don't know what else I have for you right now. Since I've told you about the You Promised Me Chicken story, that's really is the peak of my storytelling capability. But it is Saturday morning. I do have about a half a cup. Is Outback better than Texas Roadhouse or Lone Star? Lone Star is probably my least favorite of the three. I like Outback Steakhouse. I like Texas Roadhouse too. But I have been to Outback Steakhouse many more times. I used to go and get the big beers, and I have fond memories, and I like I don't know. I just used to go to Outback Steakhouse a lot. So, I mean, Texas Roadhouse might be better, but I'm still going to say Outback. Do you like Red Robin? Solid burgers and bottomless fries? Not overly. Not overly. I mean, I used to go with my girls, but I haven't been to a Red Robin in at least 10 years. So I don't know. But I do appreciate it. Am I working today? No, I am not outside of this. And I say this and I catch a lot of crap for this, but tough poop, I don't mind catching crap. I think this is the most important work I do. I feel I have a gift in life to bring joy and to inspire and to encourage and to make people feel good. And I have 67 people watching right now that are watching for a reason and hopefully feeling a little bit good about their morning, a little better about their morning, a little better about their day, and hopefully a little bit better about life. And I'm going to share this video on various social media platforms, and I'm going to chop it up, and I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to add words, and I'm going to add music. And a few moments during this 45 minutes I'm talking are going to come out very eloquently. And there's going to be a lot of value in it. And I'm going to post those videos, and they're going to be seen thousands of times and hopefully make a difference. And whether I'm talking about anxiety or depression or relationships or substance abuse or life or fatherhood or divorce or what have you, I have a lot of life experiences and an ability to share them. It seems to resonate. How much money are we making now? Not looking for exact amount. Just curious to know it grows. It's growing slightly. It's growing slightly. I had my biggest day on YouTube the other day, and you're going to laugh. I think I made like $2. I was going to say 200. $2.88 on YouTube the other day. I know that's not much. The very first day on YouTube, I made 72 cents, and I just hit 288 the other day. I would like to grow on YouTube. I have about just under 1,500 subscribers. I'd like to hit 50,000. I think a little help from some friends, a little bit of maybe SEO, what have you, and tagging right and putting the right keywords into maybe my description, I think could help grow the page because I'm pretty confident the content's solid. I think I have an energy that is, if you could put it in a bottle, people would buy it. And this is the closest thing I can do to putting it in a bottle. And again, I hope it helps, and I think it does. The Cubs need a win today. Can I go Cubs? It's so funny because there was a time I wouldn't miss an inning of the Cubs game if possible. And I haven't watched one inning this year. I haven't watched an inning this year. Can I give a shout out to, I don't even know what that is, so no. For a me day. Sometimes you got to call in work for a me day. Seth, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm the modern day Mr. Rogers. I've heard that. My first ex-wife said that. She watches. If your ex-wives watch, you know you got to be doing something right. Or maybe they miss you. I wonder if my first ex-wife's husband gets jealous that she's watching me. Hi, Joey. No, I'm just kidding. I just did. So I so appreciate you guys. And I don't know. I love doing these lives. I really do. But I feel I'm so far behind in editing my lives and reposting and repurposing these videos. I'm still watching a video for my birthday, which was August 7th, a couple weeks ago almost. And I don't know. I got to get very serious about my video editing, but it's so hard because I have a new passion in life. I joined a gym yesterday. Woohoo! Joined Planet Fitness. Actually, I didn't join, but I took the free pass, and I got to decide which membership I'm going to join. And I'm going to go in today, and I'm going to work out again today, and I'm going to try and do a pull-up again today, and I'm going to fail. Am I sore from the run? My knee's a little sore, which worries me, RJ. Not a good sore. My legs feel it. My body feels it, but it feels good. I didn't go too hard yesterday. And can I do a workout video? I can certainly do a video of me doing pull-ups because I can't do a one. And I think there's something inspirational in a guy trying and failing. And, if you want to see a guy trying and failing, watch me trying to do a pull-up. I feel like it's not even close. I get maybe 2 or 3 inches. And I think maybe somebody out there won't believe it, that I can't even get close to doing a pull-up. And maybe draw some inspiration by me trying. And I guarantee if I post another video of me trying again in a month, I'm going to be getting almost up to the pull-up. And in 2 months, I'll probably be doing 3 pull-ups. And that's the way life is, and that's the way habits are, and that's the way progress is. And you get a little better every day, and you keep showing up the next day, and you do your best, and you try real hard, and you fall down sometimes, but you get back up. And I don't know. I've fallen down a lot. But I keep getting back up, and I keep going forward, and I keep moving forward, and I keep drinking my coffee, and I keep smiling, and I keep going live, and I keep doing my best. And maybe join the hair club for men. I've been watching Seinfeld a little bit the last few days, and reminds me of George Costanza. I probably look really sexy with a toupee, a rug, or sprouts all over my head. Oh, but Lynn, I appreciate I don't want hair. I don't want hair. I wouldn't take it back. It's a weird feeling because it was crushing when I lost my hair in my 20s. It was crushing. Thought no woman would ever like me. I'd never go on another date. What woman is going to want a man with thinning hair in his 20s? And I go, a woman that likes a guy with a ton of money. So I set out to make a ton of money. And that's how I conquered the fairer sex. Sort of true. It's sort of true. It was blonde. It's sort of true. Thinning hair, but I was 27 and I paid for cash for an SL 500 Mercedes. It was $95,000. Paid cash for it. Oh, that was a long time ago. I can barely pay cash for my coffee now. But anyway, was it curly? No. It wasn't. It was straight. It was flowing. I had beautiful blonde hair. Oh, what I could have been. What I almost was. I was a Ken doll. Now I am a cue ball. I'm 55 years old, Lynn. Thank you for asking. Can I show us a pic sometime? Sure can, Jack. I sure can. I don't know how. I don't really have any pictures. One of my favorite pictures is me finishing the marathon. And it looks awesome. It's an awesome picture because I'm striding out and my legs are rippling with muscles and my face is exhausted and I have hair. And you see my time and it looks like I won the Chicago Marathon. And I ran a 2:43:27, but who's counting? I got 84th in the Chicago Marathon. It was pretty cool. Now I can't barely run a mile, and I'm hobbling around after running a mile in 9:50 yesterday. I'm probably going to run another mile today. Maybe I'll go a little further. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll walk. Maybe I'll do the elliptical. Maybe I'll try more pull-ups. I know I'll try more pull-ups. I think it is important in life to be able to move your body around. And if you can't do a pull-up and you need to get over a fence someday, you might be in trouble. And if you can't do push-ups and you can't do sit-ups, and it's probably not that important in life to be able to bench press 300 pounds. But I think there's certain requirements, strength requirements, that are important for your safety at times. Scooter ride today. My scooter is parked at a buddy's house. I no longer have the parking. I used to have a 1.5 car garage, and I don't have that anymore. And I used to fit my car and my scooter in there. And now there is no space. I would love to ride my scooter today. I maybe could ride my scooter today. But it would involve me driving to my buddy's house, switching out the vehicles, and going. So I'm not sure I'm going to. Does tossing and turning at night count as exercise? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, Cindy. But I appreciate your effort. I would recommend a little exercise. You might sleep a little better. I had a real good night's sleep because I feel I had kind of soothed the savage beast within through exercise yesterday. And looking forward to doing it again today. And looking forward to my day, and I hope you are as well. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. I want to thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you for being a part of my day, be a part of my morning, sharing a little bit of my coffee with me. Can't say goodbye while a truck's coming through. He wasn't looking. But anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for joining. I so appreciate you. And I have to sneeze. Ooh, that felt good. I've talked about it before. I wouldn't give up sneezes either if I could. Sneezes are nearly orgasmic. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the hat. But I so appreciate you. Hope you have a wonderful day. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you had a great night's sleep. Hope you're loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye. How you doing? Real well. How are you?